From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page. Now it's off to the show. Take it away, nerds.
Alrighty, everyone, and welcome to the Sim 500, to Saturday Night Throwback Series, round number 2, here at the Auto Club Speedway. In the booth with me tonight, as always, your broadcasters will be, as we get that ready to go, Mr. Matthew Johnson and Mr. AJ Capola from the Nerds Doing Nerds Things podcast. AJ, thank you, and once again, out here on the channel, this time for round number 2 of the Sim 500 Saturday Night Throwback ARCA series. Ready to go racing. This is race number 2 of their season. They did Daytona last week, AJ, and we'll take a quick look. And we got Fort Worth screen printing still on the points overlay for them. Give them a little bit of extra hand after what they did today. But Joey leading the points here over Ron. And the gap right now, 18 points as they come into this one. And unfortunately, Joey not here. So, AJ, that points lead, it's going to change here tonight.
It's going to absolutely disappear. If you have no way to defend your points, it is going to disappear into thin air.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate for Joey. But, again, he did not.
Actually, I don't think second place is here either.
Yeah. So that might be a little bit of a saving grace for Joey as we get these cars ready to go qualifying here tonight in the Sim 500 or Saturday Night Throwback Series. The debut for Sim 500 on Extreme Sim TV. Right now we got 4 minutes qualifying to figure out what we got as far as speed here tonight.
Well, welcome Sim TV to the Sim. I went potato there. Welcome to Sim 500 to the Extreme Sim TV family. Glad you were here, and we're excited to see what kind of racing you guys put on.
It'd be a good one here as we get ready for what we qualifying here at Auto Club. Auto Club, a big flat racetrack. You're going to have to do quite a bit of lifting in this ARCA car. You don't have the downforce that you would have in the Cup car or even the Nationwide car. Back of the car wants to step around with you quite a bit as we continue with qualifying here. I looked down the list of names here. Paul Crumry, right there. He has been on the channel before. I know him. He's pretty good. Ed there as well has been here. But a lot of brand new names that I don't know much about. It's going to be great to see who can pull it off here at Auto Club Speedway here in round number 2.
Well, it looks like a lot of people are even qualifying using that high line, as I'm watching Joshua right now. And he just pancake the wall.
Well, maybe the car is a little bit better up there versus going to the bottom. There's Bobby Wheatstall, I believe is how you pronounce that, right there in the number 9 Dodge. And he'll run the bottom, and we'll see how this bottom fares out.
I did a little practicing with the ARCA car here just for giggles and everything to get a little backstory on tonight. It is loose as hell down there. Like really loose. It wasn't until you went maybe a couple lanes up to almost a wall where it didn't feel like it was really loose.
Yeah, and that's the problem, right? You get really loose if you try to grab a hold of this car and drive it as hard as you can. And that is the problem with the ARCA car pretty much everywhere you take this race car. So you have to watch it not only here at Auto Club, but everywhere we go. That back end tends to be really free. Now, this ARCA car is basically your Gen 4, way back in the day, Cup car. So it has a lot of the same characteristics, because back then when they switched over to the Gen 5 body, a lot of these ARCA, or a lot of the Cup cars went to ARCA teams, the chassis and whatnot, and still to this day, I do believe they use a lot of old Cup stuff in the ARCA series due to that. Just a little bit of
I remember.
trivia.
I watch Little ARCA now because I have the NBC Sports app and I pay for Track Pass, and it's amazing how the generations just seem to fall down to the lower ranks. Like, I think it's pretty cool how the old Cup cars used to be are like maybe Xfinity, and then they go down to ARCA to K&N. It's actually pretty cool. But I'm really excited. I haven't seen an ARCA race on iRacing before, and I'm really excited because these guys are putting pretty close lap times together.
Mr. Thomas Lewandowski right there, top of the board. Look at him go. Mr. Chris Sawyer right there in second right now, and Jeff Hollingsworth, right there in fourth. And everybody trying to have it figured out. But the 19 and Mr. Tyler Dalton going to steal it away. He'll go top of the board here with 38 seconds left in qualifying here tonight for these ARCA cars. Should be great to see. And we got, what, a total of about 13-ish out there tonight? 14-ish?
I think 14.
A pretty good little ARCA field here tonight. 470 laps. Going to be a quick race. They do have a time limit in effect of 55 minutes, so we know this thing won't go no longer than 55 minutes tonight. So it's going to be fast, action-packed. You're going to have to get it done and get it done early.
Yeah, I'm thinking if you have a couple cautions, you're going to run into that time restraint. So I'm curious if a bunch of drivers are going to keep it clean.
Yeah, there you go, and that is your qualifying order. Let's take a look here at your starting lineup, and I left a couple of logos in there, give Levy Designs a little bit more promotion there with Tyler Dalton on the pole, Thomas Landowski right there in second, row number 2, Chris Sawyer right there, Jeff Hollingsworth in fourth, Bobby Wetzel, James Largman, and Mr. Matthew right there in seventh, Joshua L. Adams in eighth, and Rickon right there in ninth, Paul Crumry 10th, 11th is going to be Michael, 12th is Gerald Livingston, 13th is Ed Burrell, and James right there 14th rounds out the field. There you go, 14 strong race cars. And I really do hope, AJ, that both Levy and Bringford, screen printing. Fort Worth screen printing. I really hope they had a good day today. I figured I'd leave them in there a little bit more.
Hey, they were even mentioned on the NBC broadcast for the Texas race today.
Nice. Wanted to give them a little bit more of a shout out after what they did earlier today. So, we'll take them out tomorrow, but I figured I'd give them one more. What do you think?
Why not? Just anybody who's watching who's looking for a league or an ARCA league, they are recruiting for this league right now for this you're seeing right now. So I just heard it over the radio. If you know anybody who wants to run ARCA, send them towards Sim 500's way.
Yeah, because this is a fun car to run, but we're going to go right now for the next 70 laps to figure this one out here tonight from the Auto Club Speedway. And AJ, I'm looking forward to it. I know you are as well. Sim 500 Throwback ARCA Series 2021, round number 2, getting ready to get underway here at the Auto Club Speedway, and I do not know what to expect here tonight.
I don't know either. This is the first time I've really watched ARCA.
Well, keep in mind, they've got the new damage model on these ARCA cars, and I'll let you do the research on fast repairs. But, yeah, again, the new damage model is active on these ARCA cars.
0.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
0 fast repairs.
Oh, man. So, with this new damage model, man, you get a little bit of damage. It can literally rip the front wheels off the car if you're not careful. You go sliding on your axles, that's not going to be good. You ain't going anywhere very quickly with no wheels on the machine, that's for sure. So we are ready. You're ready, AJ. Here we go. 70 laps from Auto Club Speedway to round out a Saturday doubleheader here on Extreme Sim TV. Are you ready, buddy?
It's time. Pace car's about to hit pit road, and we are about to go green.
Pace car dive down. Here we go. Green flag going to fly right now. We are green. Underway here at Auto Club Speedway. Round number 2 here tonight. Everybody going to follow their way down into turn number 1, getting up to speed here, AJ. Cold tires.
Got to be careful on these brand new tires getting up to temperature. You might find your car being a little loose here.
Yeah, I think that's a given. I think these cars, we got one around back straightaway deep in the pack. And that was, I want to say, James around back there trying to hang on to.
We're still green.
That's exactly what we were talking about, cold tires. He's going to hang on to that machine, but he'll get it gathered back up. Tyler Dalton comes by to lead lap number 170 here tonight. Dalton out front. He'll pull away. 3-car battle for third. Now 4 or 5 cars enter the mix. Look at this gaggle of cars for one right there with Bobby in the mix.
Yep, I'm watching from, I think it's 4th on back, and they're just all under a blanket right now.
Now, what is interesting to me, my timing and scoring is saying we're not going to get to lap 70, AJ. It is saying...
Where is it saying we're getting?
We're getting to 66 is what it's saying.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that could be interesting. Do we end up time restraint?
It looks like we're running to a time limit.
Yeah. Which, that's the thing with time limits, you never know.
You just had the 10 of James back end kiss the wall coming out of 4, which is now allowing the 75 of Michael get by him.
Well, and here's my thing too, AJ. Every yellow, if we do get yellows, that's going to take laps away from these guys. Now it's giving us back to 70. So
that 10 is loose. That 10 is loose.
Oh boy.
He came down and hit the 95? I think it's the 95.
That's James Largman that got so loose there. He's still trying to hang on to it. And that's straightened out saying we will get to 70, but we're literally right on the number. If we get a caution, we're not making it to 70. It's literally that close. So right now on board with James, right now running in that 9th spot. You talked about him being free and loose back here in mid-pack. He's still trying to hang on. Out front, Tyler Dalton, though, leads the way on the field right now. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway here from the Auto Club Speedway in round number 2. Tyler doing a great job leading right now. Are you surprised?
Bobby had a hell of a run going down the backstretch. I'm just watching back here because of their 1, 2, 3 in line. But the number 9 car had a hell of a run coming off at 2 and was able to just slingshot right past that 98.
Yeah, he did. He got by him back up here. There's still 1, 2, 3 out front. But we got cars. The draft seems to be huge here at Auto Club, even in the ARCA car, AJ.
Yeah, you can see the back spoiler. It's probably punching a really good air hole that people are just sucking up into.
Michael Melfelt Jr. sitting there in 6th. Man, just some great racing here in mid-pack spots as we jump around here. It's kind of hard to keep all the action on one camera here, but great racing over the first 5 laps of the Sim 500 Throwback ARCA series.
Yeah, I think what the first 3 cars are doing is really well. They're not really battling for position at the moment. They're just staying in line with each other and pulling away from the rest of the field, which I think is very smart. Tyler, Thomas, and Jeff are all in line with each other. Yeah,
they are not letting up here. They're using the draft to their advantage right now up front. Chris Sawyer right here in 5th. Melfelt right there behind him, Jr. Matthew coming under fire with Joshua Adams. Joshua Adams going to pick up the spot, move him to 7th now. Give Adams the position as they continue to run now up off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway once again to put 7 of 70 on the board. All come right there in the mix. Look at Paul. Just a little note on Paul from earlier today. He was also in the Crow's Nest originally as well.
Was he really?
Yes, he was, sir.
Well, he's doing double duty just as much as we are.
Now, Lewandowski right there in second in the 04 machine. Jeff Hollingsworth right there as well in that third spot. Bobby hanging on that number 9. Ooh, a little bit of sideways action out of Chris Sawyer. Looks like he was driving that Pro 4 or Pro Light that I just got done driving a few minutes ago. Getting around there, Joshua Adams right now in 7th. Right now, James Largman and everybody doing a great job keeping it under for the most part. As I say that, Paul Crumry up the racetrack chasing that Hooters number 15 machine. Keeps it out of the wall, luckily. Gets it gathered up back down the back straightaway. Right now, though, battle for the race lead heating up. Right now, the 04 machine, Thomas trying to hold on. Hollingsworth all over the back bumper, all over that left rear quarter panel. Now going to draw even, AJ.
Yeah, just as I said, they were staying in line to pull away a little bit. They go too wide.
Too wide.
I just have that effect on people.
Yeah, you do. You usually jinx it when you say it's going to be calm. You'll learn that throughout the season, folks. If AJ says it's going to be calm, don't listen to him because it's about to get crazy.
What's going on, everybody watching Extreme Sim TV right now? We're broadcasting the Sim 500 Throwback ARCA series at Auto Club. We're hoping you're having a wonderful Saturday night. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share us out to your social medias to show Sim 500 your support.
Yeah, and there you go. And I know our points leader's not here tonight. That's got to hurt him, but I know he's watching right now as we continue to work through. Going to be difficult. I mean, how bad is missing a race going to hurt him? I think it's going to hurt pretty bad.
Absolutely, because there's, 14 people? He's going to lose 14 spots at the most. 14 points, depending on where and who finishes where.
Yeah, as we continue to run right now, 10 of 70 complete. Jeff right there leading.
Depending on their point scale. I'm sorry, Matt. I am not aware of how they do their points. I'm just saying there's 14 people here that are going to gain points over him getting whatever.
Yeah, and there you go. And, well, you take a look. They do get bonus points for leading a lap, right? And if you go look at the point standings, they go off the older, I believe, cut points. Because it's like in the 180s after Daytona. And I think that is the 04. The prior to 04 points, if I can speak. Because I know I've been around NASCAR a long time, and I think the last time we had points like that was before 04.
Your guess is as good as mine, pal.
Well, I know it's right around there. I just don't know if they made the switch in 03 or 04. Somewhere in that time period. You see,
I started watching NASCAR religiously when they brought the COT in.
Oh, you're a baby. You're a noob. Thomas Lewandowski right there in second. Tyler Dalton. Joshua L. Adams. Bobby right there. Michael Melfelt Jr. in 6th. James Largman in 7 as well. So that's your top 7, 12 laps complete. Fuel, that's going to be the $1 million question here. As you see the 10 car get a little bit loose there as the tires still continue to wear over the run right now.
Yeah, we were here Thursday night?
Yeah.
We were here?
Yeah, it was Thursday.
Oh,
I think.
Oh, I think it was a throwback, so maybe thunderstorm. I'm thinking maybe Wednesday, but those next-gen cars didn't wear tires like we were thinking, but I'm watching these cars, and they look like they're searching for grip a little bit. You could hear the tires screeching right there as the 97 clips the apron a little bit, and he ends up washing up the track.
Oof. Big run for the 04, and yeah, that's the point, right? You take a car like the next gen car versus this car, two totally different animals when it comes to tires. This thing's going to burn the rights and the rear, for me, tends to burn the right rear off quite quickly, no matter where I take it. That might be my driving style, but yeah, I burn the right rears off these ARCA cars everywhere I go.
So, since you've run ARCA cars probably more than I have, how long before we see them start to move up the racetrack?
Here at Auto Club, I don't know that you will see it as quickly. However, I will say when you go to a place like a Texas, Atlanta, it's almost within 10 laps. I'm usually up to the wall. Here at Auto Club, the problem is the track is so flat. Even if you go up here where Tyler's going and he is trying it as we speak, it's so far around. I don't know that the gain on speed on exit is going to help you.
Okay.
Of course, I could be talking out the side of my mouth, and next thing you know, you see Tyler go to the top and get the lead. You know, because that tends to happen too. But me personally, as a driver, I've never made the outside work here, other than maybe in a truck. But you see the top three is off by themselves. Joshua L. Adams, 2.4 seconds back in the 95. Bobby there and James Largman right there as well. Michael Felt Jr. in 7th. And Gerald Livingston right there as well. So everybody been green. We've been green 16 to 70 laps complete. And right now, Tyler Dalton alongside the number 97. Tyler Dalton will go to second here.
Yeah, they're just swapping spots up there, which isn't horrible because they're keeping everybody else far enough back. But I'm really starting to think, as this race is going longer and longer, they're going to keep flip-flopping, but I think there's going to be starting to be issues with the tire wear.
Yeah.
I think all three just went up to the high side this lap.
Exactly. So
just second and third.
Yeah, they're starting to chase it like you talked about. I do want to give a PSA out to the drivers while I got a chance here. Drivers of Sim 500, when you go back and watch this, and hopefully Joey can let you know because he's listening too. The paint scheme you're using tonight is what will go in the overlay. Please do me a favor, and if you change that up throughout the year, you're more than welcome to do so. Just give me a PM the week you're doing it. That way I know. That way I'm expecting it, and I can keep up with it in the overlay, please. Thank you. That's the Matt PSA for tonight. Now back to the action, AJ.
Sponsored by Extreme Sim TV.
So right now, Thomas Lewandowski up front, hanging on right now as they run down the back straightaway here at the Auto Club Speedway. Joshua L. Adams and Bobby, your top five, pretty spread out throughout the field.
Yeah, which you kind of expected after about 18 laps to get a little bit spread out. I was kind of surprised to see 1, 2, 3 so close together for as long as we did. But now it's the cars are seeing where everybody's having to deal with how their car is handling. So you're really seeing the talent of the drivers come through.
Yeah. And you really are with 1970 complete. You're definitely seeing that. Yeah, Hollingsworth, Joshua L. Adams right there. Bobby there in 5th. James Largman right there in 6th. Michael Milfelt Jr. in 7th. 8th is Gerald Livingston, and George, I believe is how you pronounce that, in 9th. And Matthew in 10th right now, the way they run. Unfortunately, we do have one car out, and that is James S. Slank right there. Slank, I believe is how you pronounce that one as well.
Yeah, he's the car that turned it around coming out of 2, I think on lap 1 or 2.
Don't worry, folks, we'll get better with names as the season rolls. This is our first time out with these guys, so getting used to names always fun, but once we do, man, it's going to be a great year, I think, out of Sim 500. If this has anything, shows anything what we're in for over the next remaining races of the year. And AJ, we're already 50 to go here tonight.
Yeah, we're moving quite along. But it looks like that 95 of Joshua Adams is slowly pulling into the leader.
21 of 70 on the board, and he is closing down on Mr. Hollingsworth in third. Hollingsworth about 6/10 off your lead. So effectively, Adams is closing the gap, running that high side. Let's hop on board with Adams. Adams doing a great job running the top side right now, AJ.
Yeah, I knew some people were going to try it out because you get the nice launch coming out of 2. I just thought maybe it would have taken a little bit longer for people to start moving up there.
They're definitely searching, and I think there's because maybe possibly if this thing goes green, I think Hollingsworth just got the outside wall a bit. Maybe possibly we'll look at that race car and see. Looks to be pretty clear on my end. I'm going to let AJ check his camera as well. That Coast Guard machines for Hollingsworth looks pretty okay at the moment. Working
his car is still clean on my end.
Yeah, it's clean. So he'll keep it rolling. But Thomas, now if you're Thomas and you know your points leader didn't show up, what are you thinking at this point in the race, running in that race lead?
Max points.
Yeah, exactly.
Max points.
We quickly look again at the point standings coming into the night. You can see it right there. Thomas was not even in the top 10 coming into this evening. So he is really doing a good job to really make sure he gets that car up into the mix. Bobby right here was inside that top 10. He's running 6, looking to have another good run here for 2 weeks in a row. Michael near as well. Now this is a pretty short season. We picked it up one race in. There was only 9 races, 8 after the night. You don't have time to make a boo-boo, I don't think.
No, and you need to try to make every single race count. Our top 3 that we see running here at Auto Club are 5th on back in points. So they're going to be making up a lot of spots if they run like this.
Yeah, as they run right now, and that's going to be huge as we continue to circle around this. And I feel bad for Joey, right? Because Joey couldn't be here tonight. But, I don't know that you can make up in this race.
Well, it'd be very difficult. It honestly could be done, but it'd probably be very difficult to do so.
He would almost need to have a perfect season from here on out, I think.
Yeah. And even that might not be enough.
Yeah. Thomas Landowski out front. Landowski leading. Alton second. Hollingsworth in third. Those two pretty spread apart right now.
Yeah, I think they're just riding around.
Yeah, I think so. Well, AJ, I'm going to turn it over to you in a moment. I got to go get a drink. As you can probably hear me coughing a little bit. My throat is dry.
Yes, I can.
So I'll be right back in a moment, man.
What's going on, everybody? It's my show now, so... Right now, we're just looking at the leaders. I'm just going through the leaderboard to see if we have any battles going on. Right now, I just accidentally hit the pause button. But for what I see, you have the 75 of Michael and the 9 of Bobby to be close together, along with James in the 10. But other than that, everybody seems to be spread out apart. We hope everybody's having a good Saturday night. Well, it looks like we got a small battle here for 11th. Chris in the 98 and Gerald in the 96. But up front, we still have Thomas and Tyler within a half a second of each other.
Yeah, we do. And that sounded so like evil laugh when you go, "It's my show now." That was like your evil twin side.
I am captain now.
You're captain. Thomas leads right now, Tyler, and we have gotten spread out. Now tires become an effect, and if you need fuel, I'm thinking you come down earlier, try to get new tires on that machine as they continue to run at the moment.
Well, I feel like they're going to want to try to make it a one-stop race. So I'm thinking anytime after lap 35, which we're going to see in about 7 laps.
Yeah,
6 laps.
We're rocketing through this race here. Very short race at Auto Club. Great racing so far, AJ. And I'm pretty impressed, to be honest.
Yeah, so am I. I haven't really run a lot of ARCA, but I did do a little practicing for, a little knowledge for this. But I kept looping it. And I ran about 25, 30 laps. But I just kept looping it until I figured out maybe I'd be better around the wall, which then I got some consistent laps. But I was nowhere near the lap times that these guys are running.
So you looping an ARCA car does not surprise me. As Dalton closing in on Thomas right now. That's why we got AJ in the booth.
Hey, whoa. No shots fired.
Oh, all the shots, sir. You tried to say my show now. Now I shoot. Now Thomas out front leading. Tyler trying to close in right now. Gap staying about the same. And I do apologize.
Yeah, which Tyler... I'm sorry, Matt.
Oh, you're fine. I was just going to say, I do apologize if you can hear a fan in the background, guys. I had to get the fan on. I was burning up. I try to leave the fans off when I broadcast AJ, but there's sometimes nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, it happens. The best thing I think Tyler is doing right now is staying close to Thomas. He's not probably worried about passing him right now. If he does, great. If not, just stay within range of him. But we have seen that 97 of Jeff fall back quite a bit.
Yeah, and you look.
So he was up in the top 3 for a while, and now he's sitting in 4th, losing time.
You look back through the field, you got Chris Sawyer back here in 13th, 1 lap down. Paul Crumry, 12th, struggling a bit. They need a caution. Gerald Livingston, they need a yellow to get them back up in the mix, I feel like.
Yeah, I would think from anybody probably 5th on back needs a caution. And that says a lot with how this race is going.
Now, up front, they do not want a yellow because they got a little bit of a gap. So what does that mean? Well, when they come to pit road, you still got to execute. But you don't have to push it quite as hard. You can get on pit road, take care of the car, not make a pit road mistake. And even if you maybe lose a 10th or 2, you've got the gap to do that. I think that's going to help those guys out long term, especially in Thomas and Tyler. They're really racing each other right now on pit road.
Yeah, they got to be careful. No mistakes. This goes for the whole field. No mistakes on pit road, getting on, off, and then getting into your box fine. And just, you're running well, just hold on to that. Don't ruin it with a bad sequence.
As we always say, no whoopsies, right? No whoopsie daisies.
Gee.
As they continue to run right now, Michael right there in 5th, 6th is Bobby, 7th is James, 8th right now Georgie, and Matthew there in 9th as well.
Hiya, Georgie. Sorry, it's Halloween season. It just came across.
32 on the board at 70 this time by as they continue to work through at the moment. Jeff up front there in 4th. Michael in 5th as they run. Thomas still doing a great job holding Tyler Dalton at bay here.
Yeah, I'm curious. Do you think we're going to see people start pitting at lap 36 because that would make halfway? Or would you be trying to play the time might run out card?
Well, unless we get yellows here, the time's not going to run out. So you're going to run to 70. Now, if we get cautions, we'll talk about that again because we got 27 minutes estimated to run it out, right? And we have 31 minutes left in the session. So we got a few minutes to get it in above what the time limit is. However, if we get a yellow, that's going to flip that one's end, right?
Yeah, you can kiss that bye-bye.
Yeah, we can kiss that bye-bye, and now we're racing to 60, 65, somewhere in there. So that's what's going to be interesting with this series all the way through is these time limits.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they notice if it was planned to do it like that.
Oh yeah, 100%. That was 100% the plan, and namely because they don't want the guys having to be up at 12 midnight on a Saturday racing. or past them. They want to get it in by the end.
28 is pitting this lap. We're gonna start pit stops.
Here we go. Pit stops are going to begin here. And they circle through. Tyler right up there behind your race leader. They're not stopped yet. So they'll continue to run 35 of 70 complete.
Ooh, that 28 almost lost it getting on pit road.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Good for him to hold on to it, but looked like he might have locked up the brakes and almost lost it.
He is down now, so the 28 coming down, tires and fuel. How long does Thomas and Tyler stay out now, knowing they're going to have fresh tires starting?
Well, he had a good-sized gap on the 28 that's on pit road right now. I would at least make it to past halfway.
You're stuck on the plan halfway, and I think it's a pretty good plan. I don't know that you need to really push the issue, right?
Yeah, no. Especially if you're 1 and 2 right now. You know, you have a 4.5 second gap.
Yeah. And you're coming to what, 30-ish to go here coming up, so. And how far can they go on fuel when we don't exactly know? We know they probably can't make it all the way, but how far deep in can you go? As long as Josh or Thomas, Tyler, or even Josh back there don't pull off, I think they can do what they want to. As soon as somebody in that top 5 decides to come down, I think that starts to push the buttons of you've got to kind of respond to keep yourself up there. And as we say that, Joshua Adams, pit road. So Josh down now out of that 5th, 6th spot. So now if you're Tyler and those guys, you got to start thinking about it, because remember, that's roughly 2 seconds a lap that they're going to be gaining on you.
Yeah, somewhere around that. Check the last lap time for the 28. If you could.
Got that right here. Let's go down and take a look. 40 last time. Well, actually, it's not showing anything yet. We'll check it when he comes around. His best lap time of the race was a 42.4, though, which is still yet about 2 seconds faster than the leaders. So we'll see what he clocks in at here as he comes across the stripe. I know that's not a 1:50 59. We're going to have to give it a minute to get him situated. We'll take a look also at Adams as he comes down the back straightaway again.
I think he might have sped on pit road because he's now 2 laps down.
Ooh. No, I'm showing him 1 still at the moment. I'm showing him 1. I think it might work itself out when he comes back around and still be 1 lap down. Sometimes it does do that. But I'm kind of surprised that Tyler and Thomas are letting them play the strategy and don't come down and take the strategy away.
I mean, they're both about 7 seconds ahead of 3rd place. So they can pretty much do whatever the heck they want.
Yeah, but it don't take long, man. Giving up 2 seconds a lap, that don't take long at all. Last time by, the 28 was 2 seconds faster than them. And he is deep in the field. I wouldn't be worried about the 28. However, Joshua L. Adams, I would be concerned about, because he's about to unlap himself right here. Look at him gaining on those top 2. Oh, leader to pit road. Thomas down pit road. There we go. He made the call. He said, I've had enough. He's going to come down. 4 tires and fuel. That's going to leave Tyler out, which means Tyler's going to lose some mega time to Thomas on this round of stops. Even if he comes down 1 this time by, it's going to be a lap.
At least going to lose 2-3 seconds.
Yeah.
At least.
At least. Now,
but I would think Tyler would be coming in now.
Yeah, he's got to come in now because Thomas has came down. Lewandowski back there in 7th. Came down.
He's staying out. He's staying out.
That's not what I would do. We'll see, but that's not at all what I would do, I don't think. Every lap, that's time you're giving up. Here comes Thomas Lewandowski coming out of pit road. He's on the apron. He's just got to take care of the car here until he gets tire warmth up. Easy for me to say. Tire temps has got to come up on that car. But Lewandowski's even going to come out in front of your leader So he's able to stay on the lead lap through his transition of stop. And now he'll start to pedal away. And we start to look at Tyler Dalton and say, when do you come? I think he's got to come now or next time by.
We probably should have went down pit road a lap ago. Now 2 laps ago. At least that's my opinion.
42-70 on the board. Tyler Dalton leads the merge right there as well. Bobby, I just don't know about this staying out strategy. There's still 4 cars out there. I wonder if they're hoping for a yellow and thinking, okay, if we get a yellow here, we'll have a couple of lap fresher tires, and that may matter. But if they don't get a yellow, they've kind of painted themselves in a box.
Yeah. Well, something I thought about is if they wanted to do this, they could also take less fuel and be a little bit lighter as well, if that does anything.
Yeah, you got to think long term. What does this strategy equate to?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
Bobby right here in third. That's a good battle for P3. Bobby nearly gets in the wall. A little loose there for the Dodge number 9. So cool to see some of these old school NASCAR paints out there, by the way.
Yeah, I think it's pretty funny because I haven't seen some of these cars in so long. Ooh, that 27's running a Coors car. I can go for some beer right now.
27 machine Coors Light on the side of that car. But right now, it's all Tyler Dalton out front and what his decisions are.
He hits pit road now.
And now we get to see the difference, right? Now we get to see. And believe it or not, on that round of stops, remember Joshua stopped first over Thomas, right? Yep. Joshua is ahead of Thomas on the racetrack. That's how big a difference that tire difference.
By a second.
Yeah. I mean, he's closing in on him, but that shows you the difference of tires. And Tyler just getting to his box, and they're coming out of turn. Out of 4. This is going to be big. This is going to be real big. This is going to be 4, 5, 6 seconds by the time it's over. Tyler just now going up
probably
on
more than that.
Yeah, he's just leaving his box now, coming up to speed. Yep. That strategy, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, did not work at all. Because that has opened up the ground for Lewandowski. If he can get to the back bumper of Adams, don't discount Adams, but Lewandowski about 0.2 of a second quicker than Adams right now. Bobby's your race leader, but he's still got to hit pit road. So it's going to transfer out to Joshua Adams and Lewandowski, your point or first and second place here. This is the battle for the race lead, AJ.
Yeah, right here.
What do you think? You think that 3 laps different on tires is going to be enough for Lewandowski to get around Thomas? Or Joshua, excuse me?
I would think it would be, or it will be. It's just you have a lot of race left. I'd protect your tires a little bit.
What's interesting to me, look where Josh is immediately running. He's going to the top. Now, that's going to conserve the tires. It might be slower, but the game plan has all of a sudden become, hey, I'm going to save my tires for now.
Yeah.
I think he listened to what you had to say, and he said, I'm going to go with AJ on this one. I'm going to save my tires and hope at the end of it I've got enough left to get back by him or hold him off 1-2, right?
That time somebody listens to me.
Well, we know co-hosts don't, and I kind of do, so. And we know it. And we know beyond a shadow of a doubt, you listen to the wifey. She don't listen to you, so. We know how that works.
True.
So,
this is true.
There you go.
Well, we have a hell of a battle for second place right now until Bobby pits.
Yeah, all intents and purposes is going to be the race lead. And Lewandowski right there on the back bumper. Just over 22 laps to go here tonight at Auto Club. Race flying by already, AJ. We knew it was going to be a quick one. Lewandowski's got to make this move pretty quick. Every lap that he's going down there and trying to make the low lane work to get away. And did you realize AEW's on the 95 car? I just seen that. Anyway.
Is it really?
Yes, it is. Every lap he goes to the bottom. he is eating away at those tires.
Me and you have two different schemes.
Yep, I've got the AEW car.
I do not.
Now that's about trading tanks for you. Oh, I bet you I know what it was. I'll tell you after the race.
The shop online now car?
No, go to your options, okay, in iRacing, your graphics, and click on 24x48 or whatever paint schemes. If you don't have that clicked, it won't show the high-res paint scheme.
I do have it clicked. 2048 by 2048.
Well, that's all I had.
That is
for
clicked.
it. That's all I got for you. And I don't know.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Right now, up front, Joshua L. Adams right now leading the way, thundering around the top side here tonight, AJ. I think my vocal cords are yelling at me at this point.
Sounds like it, pal. Well, you did do a lot tonight.
Yeah. But again, Adams doing a great job up top, trying to hold off Lewandowski, and doing a wonderful job holding serve right now. But it's not going to be enough. There goes Lewandowski by him. Race lead. Adams is going to go to second. Thomas to the lead. Adams crossover. Can he AEW body slam it in there and make it work? He's going to wash up the racetrack. Nope. The Young Bucks move did not work. He's going to fall to second. Thomas, Lewandowski will now lead. Adams looking for both ways to try to get back by him, but I'm afraid now with Thomas Lewandowski out front, he'll pull away, and that might be it for Joshua L. Adams' hopes here. I was selfishly hoping he could hold him off and kind of burn the tires up a little bit more, but it just didn't work. But right now, Thomas Lewandowski leads the way here, lap 51 going on the board. What do you think? We've been green flagged this whole way, AJ.
It's been pretty awesome. I think the racing has been phenomenal. Oh, here comes the 9 car around that 95 right now. I mean, you were talking up Sim 500 Esports Racing League for about a week now, and I'm like, all right, I'm definitely gonna watch. And then the stars lined up, and I ended up being able to broadcast it with you. And these guys are not disappointing.
I told you.
And I'm sorry, what?
I told you.
I was gonna say, if anybody is looking for an ARCA league, message Matt, and he can get you in touch with the people here, because they are looking for more drivers.
Yeah, and that's not the only thing. We got super late models coming up next week as well. And what's different with this super late model series is they're running 1.5 mile racetracks, AJ.
Okay.
So this is going to be interesting. What happens when we go super late racing at the 1.5 mile? Adams right there as well. Tyler Hollingsworth, Jeff Hollingsworth in the 97. Felt Jr. in 5th. Chris Sawyer in 6th. Ed Burrell in 7th. And James Largman right there as well. Oh, wait. Lewandowski leads here tonight. You think?
I'm thinking that 9 car about to unlap himself and put himself on the lead lap.
Yeah, he's going to unlap himself here, but he needs the good old caution goddess to shine down on him here tonight.
Yeah, he does.
The caution goddess is being awful stingy with her magical wand tonight. You must be asleep. The caution goddess is right. I'm not interested.
Well, it is almost midnight, so it's a very good possibility.
Lewandowski right there in first. Joshua L. Adams in second. Tyler Dalton in third. Jeff Hollingsworth in fourth. Will Felt Jr. in fifth right now with 17 to go here on Extreme Sim TV. And I'll let AJ look into Worm on the Discord where we're headed to next week because I had a potato and cannot remember.
I was actually just doing that.
17 to go. We're starting to read each other's mind here. Lewandowski leads the way. Adams second. Dalton third. That's your top three here. 16 to go. $16 laps to go from the Auto Club Speedway in the Sim 500 Saturday night Throwback ARCA series live here on Extreme Sim TV to wrap up a day of double headers. Go ahead.
Oh boy.
Go ahead.
The Bristol Motor Speedway.
Oh boy. Well, the goddess of caution shall make her appearance next week, I'm sure.
Oh, that looks like fun. It looks like they're going to, where'd it go? I just saw it. The Milwaukee Mile for the first time in a while that I've seen that be run the week of November 6th. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, we'll go to the Milwaukee Mile. Great little schedule here for the Sim 500, guys.
I can run through it if you guys would like.
Yeah, go ahead and run through it for everyone watching at home.
So, last week was Daytona. You are watching right now the Sim 500 Esports League ARCA series run at the Auto Club Speedway. Next week, they go to Bristol. Followed by that, the Legacy edition of the Texas Motor Speedway. Then the Milwaukee Mile. After the Milwaukee Mile, they go out west to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. For race 7, they go to Michigan International Speedway, the 09 circuit. The following week after that is the Thanksgiving break, so they're off that week. December 4th, they go to Talladega. For race 9, they do the Legacy racetrack of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And for race 10, the finale is Atlanta Motor Speedway. So it looks it's a very fun and even schedule in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. The only thing I'll try to see if I can pull some broadcaster and talk to the league about next season. When we go to Vegas next year, let's go to the bull ring. Why not do that?
That sounds fun.
I'd love to see the bull ring in ARCA car. That'd be interesting.
Hey, remember how Tyler really late pit? Well, he's catching the leader at a good clip a lap.
Yeah, he is. Tyler's coming.
Choo-choo. Remember, we both thought it was a bad idea, but it looks like it might work out.
It's about a second over second a lap. A second over second, if that makes sense. And about half that over your leader, so maybe Tyler Dalton gonna pull the wool over our eyes here and pull it off here late in the going. Coming to 12 laps to go.
He's definitely hauling the mail, so maybe he took less fuel and that might have helped.
Well, with 12 to go, he's 4 seconds back off your leader. Last time by, unfortunately, he got held up by a lap car. He was dead even with the leader, but he was gaining up to that point. We'll see if he continues to do so with just 11 laps to go. And you see right now, Adams is really trying to hang on to the top lane. And
yeah, he was the first car to pit.
Yeah, it's maybe that strategy didn't work out as well as I thought it may with 11 to go.
Oh, that 19 just drove right underneath that AEW machine.
Yeah, he just waved at him and...
Slide job! Slide job!
Exactly. He just waved at him and said, go on.
Ooh, that 95 gave him a nice bump there, too, going down the front stretch.
Now the question's going to be, he's 4.7 seconds back, AJ. He's got 11 laps to run down Lewandowski. If he can pull this off, it's going to be a great run. He's got one lap car in between him and the leader. He'll have to negotiate. But 4.6 and 10 laps, that's going to be difficult.
That's a half a second a lap almost.
Yeah.
Well, just stay right here and we'll find out.
I'm going to watch the time this time by with 10 to go. Like you said, it's roughly a half a second a lap. Let's see where it's at here. Lewandowski right now leads at the stripe that time. About a tenth better. That's not going to be enough.
No, it is not.
That's not going to be enough, Captain.
Unless Lewandowski makes a mistake, he might just make it a closer race.
So Lewandowski has to know this at this point. Somebody on the team or spotter or whatever needs to be telling him, hey man, don't put the car in the fence. You've got enough of a lead. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yep, don't make a mistake. Just keep running your race. He cannot catch you. That's exactly what I would tell him.
Yeah, he's got this thing on lock. If he can just run his line here, about a tenth that time by slower than Dalton, but Dalton, too much distance to make up. I will say the strategy kind of worked. He got it back to the second, but
I think he was. I know he pitted out of first place, but I think he was running second for the majority of it anyway. So
yeah,
wasn't really a net loss or gain.
Not really at all. See, AJ has to hear my annoying calls. You guys at home don't. See, I torture AJ like that. As we continue to run, Tyler Dalton trying to run down Lewandowski. That's the battle for the race lead with 8 to go.
Yeah, it's just a tenth a lap. He's going to run out of time.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We look at it and we'll look back through the field because we do have a battle here. Ed closing in on James Largman there. That's going to be for position 7 or 6 at the moment. Great little battle between these two cars inside the top 10 as well. 5 minutes left in the race, 9 minutes left in the session. So the problem there being, even if you have green, white, checkered, if the yellow comes out, by the time we get back going, you're just about going to run out of time. So 7 to go. I'm not going to say a yellow would end it quite yet, but we're getting close to that point, AJ.
Yeah, it definitely slowed them down.
7 laps to go here. Up front, Thomas Lewandowski leads over Tyler. Nothing changed there. Battles throughout the field. We got one right here for that 6th spot at the moment. That's kind of evened out as well with 7 laps to go. Unfortunately, James back there again, the only car out of the event. Paul Crumry back there 3 down. And Matthew there 1 lap down. And what has been a green flag race from start to finish here at Auto Club for the Sim 500 Saturday night throwback ARCA series here on Extreme Sim TV. And again, I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight for this one. And we'll be back in Thunder Valley, my home track, next week. Well, relatively home track.
Your closest track, maybe, to your house?
Yeah, you travel about an hour and a half in a certain direction and you'll find me. I just don't tell people that because all of a sudden I'd have everybody showing up throwing paintballs at me or something.
Ow, that's rude.
Well, that's what they would do. 5 to go this time by. And public notice number 2, if you try to come throw paintballs at me, I am not responsible for what the pit bull does. That is not my responsibility. Just a pit bull. It ain't about me, it's the pit bull. What's she gonna do? Another Dalton right there in 2nd. Joshua L. Adams in 3rd. Jeff back here in 4th. Everybody kind of keeping it spread out throughout the field with 5 laps to go. Langman and Ed right now your top 6, 7th cars.
Yeah, I think everybody for this race did a phenomenal job tonight. They knew there was a time restraint, 55 minutes, so they honestly did their best to keep it green, and they did that perfectly.
Yeah, perfectly done. 3 laps to go. Thomas Lewandowski leads. He is going to make a giant leap in the point standings. Getting a win here tonight. Great run for Thomas. Doing a wonderful job out front, leading the way in the 04 Chevy machine. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do when we go to Bristol next week as well. And right now, to put it in terms here, Lewandowski has led 44 laps tonight, so he's led the most laps. By far the best car so far. Adams, he had the speed. He's got the best lap time fastest lap on the evening. But unfortunately, strategy just did not go his way.
No, it didn't. You know, it did for a little while, But once everybody else pit and his tires started to wear, he was literally just a sitting duck.
Yeah. As we come to 2 to go this time by here on Extreme Sim TV. And right there, crossing the stripe this time, 2 laps to go. Thomas Lewandowski leads. Thomas doing a wonderful job keeping the car up front all evening long. Now 2 laps away this next time by. There it is. Thomas crossing the stripe. 2 to go. Tyler Dalton. And a good thing for Thomas at this point, regardless, even if the yellow came out right now, due to the time we've got left, the yellow would pretty much end the race anyway. So it's good for Thomas. He's in a great spot. He's just got to get the car around. Tyler's still closing, but not enough. He's 4.1 seconds back. Is not closing enough per lap to make a dent into it. Off of turn number 4, Thomas Lewandowski. Off of turn 4, white flag in the air for the Chevy.
This guy's sponsor.
Yeah, exactly. That white, black, and blue 04 machine leads into turn 1 with 1 lap to go. Tyler Dalton nowhere close. AJ, and unless he makes a boo-boo, I think this one's Lewandowski's race to lose.
Absolutely. We've been saying that since pit stops.
Yeah, we have.
But literally, he's run in a phenomenal race. Pretty much everybody has, but, you know, to win a no caution race and to outdrive everybody else, you know, means you executed everything tonight.
Off of turn number 4, checkered flag in the air, Thomas Lewandowski. Round number 2 of the Sim 500 Saturday Night Throwback ARCA Series goes to Thomas Lewandowski. Tyler Dalton coming home, squeaking through second. And Joshua L. Adams in third in that beautiful AEW paint schemed machine that unfortunately my broadcast partner can't see. But as he crosses the stripe, it's Thomas Lewandowski, and no burnouts for Thomas. He noped right out.
He's like, I have a bedtime, I gotta go.
Yep, I'm out. So let's see if we can at least get some post-race interviews here from the Auto Club Speedway, as Thomas just nailed this race perfectly. And you'll take a look at your unofficial race results on the top of your screen, and we'll see if we can get Thomas in here, or some of the guys at least in here, maybe. But what a night it was.
If anybody, all I see is Tyler.
And see if it'll let you pull Tyler up. I don't know if it'll let you or not, or even me.
No.
Negative
No,
Ghost Rider. Okay, let's see. Folks, we'll be right back with you. We're going to try to do some interviews here, and what a night it was. So happy that we had such a great evening of racing. We're going to try to get interviews in, and we'll be back in just a moment here on Extreme Sim TV, and we'll try to figure out if we can.
Well, he's in the waiting room.
Okay.
So maybe that'll do it.
Let me see if I can get him up here. So we'll be right back, folks, for our post race. Trying to figure it out myself, buddy.
Well, how are you supposed to do it on any other? We could just go down to the waiting room with them and do it in there.
That'll work. Let's see. Yeah, because I can't move him either, so I'll jump down with him. Hey, Tyler, it's Matt. Hey, Tyler, it's Matt and AJ that we were up in the booth, buddy. Good run here tonight, my man.
Yeah, tried something there a little bit different with the tire strategy, and sort of beat me there at the end. I thought I could run them down with the newer tires, but just gave up a little bit too much time.
Right. Well, the new tires did seem to help, but like you said, just gave up just a little bit too much.
Yeah, he had about 9 seconds on me when I came off pit road. I got it down to about 4 seconds, and that's when the tires sort of equalized. I think if I'd have pitted probably 1 lap after he did, I would have been able to catch him, but I think I waited about one or two laps too long, but I knew I needed to try something different, and I tried it. Didn't work out. Still take second.
Well, you'll take second here tonight. Great points day for you. And yeah, I agree. I think if you'd kind of matched him a little bit closer, I think y'all would have had a good race out of it. But unfortunately, tires just kind of went away on you.
Yeah, it's just something with this tire model in iRacing. It seems like lately, whoever has the freshest tires towards the end runs the other guy down, even if the other guy short pits. And I'm also thinking about, well, if the caution comes out, we don't have any more tires in the pits. You want to have the newest tires possible.
Yeah.
If that happens. But so if a caution could have come out, we'd have been in a good spot, but it didn't. That's just the way it falls sometimes.
10-4, man. Well, you head off to Thunder Valley next week. What's your plan going to Thunder Valley in a week's time?
At Bristol, it's a very hard track to pass at. Goal there is going to be to try to qualify up front again and try to stay there because tonight was all about tire saving. Bristol is going to be all about track position.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, when you go to Bristol and you have all the track position, maybe you can pick up one more spot in that number 19 machine.
I'll definitely give it a try.
Well, man, congratulations on a great run. Anybody you'd like to thank there, Tyler?
Yeah, I just want to thank all of Sim 500, all the admins here do a really hard job making sure all this goes on pretty much every night of every week. I want to thank the broadcasters. I'm sure that y'all are all working hard, doing a good job. I want to thank my teammate, Bobby Wetzel. He was doing okay in that race. He blew right front. But yeah, I know we had a little bit of a small field this week. We're going to work on some advertising, and hopefully we'll have a bigger field for next week.
All righty, man. Well, you going to be there for Supers on Tuesday?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Supers is my baby. That's the one I'm in charge of. So definitely looking forward to that.
Well, man, I will see you on Super Tuesday, buddy. Again, Tyler, great run.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, AJ, that was a one heck of a night. Great night of racing. What's your closing thoughts on this thing?
Awesome drive by pretty much everybody. Congratulations to the winner. But overall, it's a fun league. It looks like a very fun league. So if you know anybody who's looking for an ARCA series Saturday nights, again, give Matt a message. He can get you in touch with these Sim 500 people. They all seem like really good guys. And we just saw a really awesome race tonight.
Yeah, we did. And we'll be back. At least I know I will. AJ may try to make it out again next Saturday night. Thunder Valley, 1 week's time. But with that being said, guys, thank you guys for coming out. Go check out the Nerds Doing Nerds Things podcast, the official channel sponsor of Extreme Sim TV. Links down in the below for all things nerdy. And scary this week with Scary October going on.
Yeah, me being scaredy cat. But yeah, yesterday, we released our Shining episode. And we're doing all scary movies in October. So go check us out. We have fun. We talk about all things nerdy. So thanks for the plug, Matt. Really appreciate it.
10-4, man. Well, I tell you what, somewhere in the neighborhood of 570 miles to that 500 and 70, 80?
No, we did 640.
So 640 miles of racing today. So, wow, what a show. That might top all but the endurance stuff I've done in the past. But thank you guys for a great Saturday. We will see you back here next Saturday for more Sim 500 ARCA Throwback Series action. Till then, everyone, stay safe. Have a good night. We'll see you in the next one. Yeah.